Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on the 2001 Ram 3500 behind me and kind of doing some spring cleaning on it. We're waiting for the Mustang tuning to get finished up and kind of covered it up to keep house debris and stuff off of it. Look a little gross because finished cleaning up the Dodge since the winter, really. Power washed underneath it and everything. Found a couple of pinholes, at least one pinhole of rust, which is really unfortunate. The truck is very clean, but I am taking care of it. So I put some fiberglass and some, got all the rust, put some fiberglass and some body fill over it. And we're gonna sand it down and get that cleaned up. But today's primary objective, we gotta replace the bumper. So let me show you, this is the bumper, but let me show you the pinhole area. So right in here, unfortunately, little rust spots are showing up, which is crazy to me because it was one winter. But I went ahead and put some fiberglass down after I went ahead and got all the rust down all the way down to the bare metal. Put a primer on it, put a little body filler on it with a piece of fiberglass to keep it from caving in. We're gonna sand over that a bit, but that's not for the point of this video. So as you can see right here, this bumper is worse for wear. Looks like absolute crap. It's been dented. These things are like cockeyed from one side to the other. There's a fat dent here to the point of where it almost touches. It actually does touch just a little bit my actual tailgate. Not tailgate, but rear fender. Not happy with it. So I went ahead and ordered just another one. I got it off Amazon, and this is my pile of truck parts. But this right here is the bumper. So let me unbox real quick, and then we'll go ahead and show you what we got. All right, so I unboxed real quick, and as you can see, she is nice and clean. So this is our new bumper, and pretty much we're gonna reuse all the old bracketry, all the old stuff off of the old bumper. I'm not entirely sure that's gonna come off, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and time lapse it. I know these light pods gotta come out, and we're gonna put new holes in them. Get those nice and cleaned up. All the plastics are gonna come off. These things just pop up as such, so we're gonna get these guys out. Pretty easy, just like that. Ooh, a little bee or something floating around. Anyway, so these guys just come off like that. We'll repaint these just to keep it a little nicer. And yeah, I think it's like 3 or 4 bolts in the back. Should come off pretty easily. So let's go ahead and get at it. All right, so it looks like these things have a little kind of weird wiretap thing going on right here where they're together on this side. Same on this side. The lights are totally loose. They just use self-tappers to get it in here. So I just need to roughly copy the size of the hole and pretty much, well, we're just putting a hole in. So it seems pretty straightforward. Anyway, I'm gonna keep on working and see what I can figure out real quick, and then I'll show you guys what I come. All right, so we're gonna revisit these a little later. Plan is probably to use shrink wrap and twist them together. This way I can take them apart again if I need to. I do have connectors, but I don't think they're the right gauge for this. I got connectors for the new lights we're putting in here because these obviously look terrible. So let's go ahead and continue onwards. It's kind of interesting. What is that? Supreme Bumper Incorporated. One of those things been already placed. Very interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and knock yeah, we're gonna start taking this guy off. All right, so underneath here you can see all the inner bracketry going on with this bumper, and it looks like it's just these 3 right here. Take it right off the entire back end. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do, and then we'll transfer everything over. So 3 bolts right here, 3 on the other side. Let's go knock it out. All right, so looking at this old bumper, so we got to get off all this inner bracketry, it seems. The 1, 2 right here, bolt there. Looks like 2 bolts up top here. We got 1, 2, 3 along the bottom, 2 along the top right here, 3 more along the bottom, and 2, 3, 4 up here. So quite a few bolts. I'm gonna go ahead and get cracking, get these things off. We're gonna scrub this thing down and paint it. Pardon the power washer over there. So we're gonna scrub this thing down and get it painted, and then go ahead and put it back on the new one. All right, so I went ahead and got everything back together loosely. Pretty much everything in here is tight, but these guys are still loose because I don't exactly know how this is gonna line up on the truck yet, so we're gonna leave these guys loose until it's on the truck. So next up, went ahead and painted this black, and pretty much how I've been treating all the plastics, and honestly it's been holding up pretty well. This is a little worse for wear, but no biggie. Went ahead and picked up some new LED license plate lights because the old ones look absolutely terrible, and we're pretty much broken, so we're gonna go ahead and pop these guys in, and then screw those guys together. All right, so we go ahead and put these in, nothing too crazy, and then we'll go ahead and wire it up on the back side a little bit later. So I realized this doesn't look the prettiest, so I went ahead and went over a couple more times different coats. I do know how to spray paint in real life, but to be honest, I just did not care this much about this area. I just wanted this to be white because it looks really dumb having it black when you look at it from behind. So that's that. Nothing too wild. I'm gonna put this guy back on real quick. Like I said, we'll wire this up to the existing license plate lights. I went ahead and bought some new connectors as well, and it should look pretty nice. Check it out, new bumper is on. Definitely could have been more careful underneath there when I was doing the spray paint. Kind of regret that, but it is what it is. Not too bad from 10 feet away. So there we have it. She's looking real fresh. Huge fan of the nice clean bumper in the back. So it almost pains me to put holes in it, but I really do like those reverse lights they have on here. They are super useful, super bright. So we are going to put those back on. Let me go ahead and drill those out. Basically, I'm gonna wire my license plate lights in first, and we'll go ahead and do that. I'm gonna do that off camera. I'll just kind of show you the connection after the fact. All right, so I lied. I went ahead and bought up some eBay connectors right here. They're a 10-pack to connect the license plate lights up. I wanted something that was a little more professional than just tying it together. This, however, is much thicker gauge than I thought it was, which is perfect. So I'm actually going to use these as well for my bumper lights. This way I can have unplug it and plug it back in as needed. We shouldn't have any issues. There we go. Nice waterproof connectors. Probably the most professional thing I've done. Although yeah, this is going to be interesting. These are not the best quality for sure. That actually just shoved in the negative side. So we'll be careful with this and see if we can make these things work. Hopefully we can. Alrighty, so I went ahead and got everything wired up, except for the two little dongles there. They're going to go to my two reverse lights. Let's go and turn them on and make sure our license plate lights work and everything, and see how it looks. I do kind of regret that little half-ass paint job, but still looks better than it was before. And holy cow, check it out. Finally legal. I've not had good working license plates and lights on this thing for a while. The one bulb just kind of hanging there. But yeah, that looks really, really clean. I am very, very happy with that. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and take some time and really measure out where I want these lights. Before they were kind of like right here. I think I'm going to center them up. All right, so over at the workbench, just got done wiring up our little backup pod lights. So decided we're going to definitely go ahead and put these in. I like them, and ran out of just stuff right here. I used a butt connector with some heat shrink on it for this one, and we got our connectors. I already have them wired up on the truck side. So all we got to do is measure and put our holes. Big deal. Do not do what they did on the last bumper and put them in freaking crooked, because that looks terrible, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and measure this out, and I think I have a method for doing that, and then we'll go ahead and put them on the truck. Well, unfortunately for me, it seems this LED pod is dead. Just went ahead and tested it. Kind of sucks, but I went ahead and ordered 2 new ones. They're about 25 bucks for a set, so I put this back in the truck, and as you just saw, looks nice. I went ahead and swapped them back and forth, did some testing, that's why it's out again. But yeah, nothing too bad at all. I think a nice fresh black coat of paint on these anyway with a new set will look good. So really no harm, no foul. Figured underneath the truck, I'll go ahead and show you what wiring looks like. So this is the one that they already had in here that comes down. Just kind of run it around, and these are the wire connectors. So I'm gonna need to get some more shrink wrap, but this is the license plate light, and yeah, it looks nice and clean. This one runs up to the tailgate light, which wasn't working in the earlier clip, but I got that, just needed to get tightened. And another license plate light, and other LED fog light over there. Not fog light, but you know what I mean, reverse light. All right, so overall fit and finish, I am very happy with it. Someday I'll probably get new bumper plastics, but honestly, I don't really care. So it does give it a little bit of an illusion not sitting flush, but it's whatever. I don't really care that much. We're gonna get our new bumper pods in there, and it should look pretty nice. But yeah, 200 bucks roughly for the bumper, and reuse all of our stock stuff. And it looks pretty good. Cannot complain about that. So the truck's looking sharp. Next up, probably cosmetic-wise, we gotta get the tow mirrors replaced. I do have them already here, just haven't had a chance to do it, but you can see this one got freaking crushed. Not gonna tell you how that happened, but just dumbassery. So I just saw the last clip right there, the bumper light was out, and I did not realize that. Had I known that, I'm not sure I would have actually gone ahead and put holes in the bumper, but it is what it is. Just picked up a new set right here, and we're not gonna use this hardware, we're gonna go ahead and use the self-tappers that are already in it. But yeah, so these should look pretty sweet. Nice clean black paint and everything. Should look a little bit nicer than the ones on there. And just Amazon, it was like 25 bucks for these. Nothing too crazy, nothing really to worry about. So let me go ahead and get these on here and wire them up just like I did the other ones. We should be good to go. All right, let's see if they're working like they're supposed to. There we go. Bumper looking good to go. So that's pretty much gonna do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. New bumper's looking absolutely perfect. Just got new tow mirrors on. That'll be in a future video, and I'll go over that. And everything looks good to go. But yeah, we did a conversion from manual to electric mirrors, so we will get to that in a slightly later video. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.